Thanks for stopping by. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal. Day trading for an ROI payout. No trade recommendations. It's just a trade journal. I want to shout out to all the subscribers, both existing and new. Welcome and thank you so much. And for those of you that have not yet subscribed, I invite you to do, especially if you get something from this. So we'll cover the order flow market structure for Thursday, February 9th, 2023, supply demand, market structure, price action, and of course, Big Daddy order flow. So let's get right to the charts. We've got the 24-hour, and this arrow, we start off with an algo sell signal, minus 30 delta. But more importantly, we've got a lower high, fourth day of the week, and here we are, February 9th, lower high. The blue dot is the anchored VWAP coming in about 1960, and below what I'm concerned about is this overnight pivot. We haven't touched it once we started in Asia and Europe. It never really visited it again. So that's 50.1. So that's an area, if we leave it behind, that's something for the bulls. Also for the bulls, the mid still not been touched most of the year. That comes in at 1922. So the upper level here was 1968. We're still deep into Europe Globex with the 3 EMA here, right below the prior RTH open, which was yesterday's open, came in about 65. So there you have it. These are the levels. We've got an inside day here, very small candle inside the larger candle of yesterday, which was a red day. And strength of the hits have been below zero. And no pace. Right now, 19.5 handles of range. Next chart, we go to the 120. Okay, 120. So one thing you note here is we are below the Feb FOMC, which comes in at 76. So if we're going to make a run for that, seems to be resistance. And as far as the yellow circles, upper lower Bollinger Band, strength of the hits are above zero. So you can see this is arguing with the 24-hour, and cumulative delta here is red and negative, no pace. So again, here's that overnight pivot, 50.1. And we're nowhere near it, and where we are is the middle Bollinger Band. So this zone is 64.4 and the prior RTH open. So it's ramped and camped here. So that's all I've got for the 120. Let's see the Renko, because I can't really take a trade based on what I'm seeing on the 120. Next chart. Renko, my friend, the Renko chart with the Keltner. So here you have on the left the Asia Globex, and coming off the overnight pivot right here. This is the pivot. We just left it and never really changed direction. Directionally, this is all bull. The Renko bricks are green with mild pullbacks, and then we hit Europe. Hong Kong closes, and we burst up, and the upper Keltner is pierced right here. And then we go all the way up to the high, and we had an 876 delta. That's pretty good. It's 876 delta high, and we stay hugging this upper Keltner for quite a while. We're not even right now, as I shoot this video, not that real below it in range. So what I do note here is with these lower deltas, look at 876, 275, 121, an upper thrust, and then a pullback trend sell. So this looks like it could have legs, and we still have time before RTH, and possible mean reversion target, since we're upper Keltner, for a mean reversion down to the VWAP 1. VWAP 1, 2, and 3, notice how they're all clustered in this zone. That comes into 1960 and change, and then we go to the pivot down here at 58. So 58 to 60 and change would be my first area of interest. So inventory supply has been shut off. The strength of the hits, no supply on cumulative delta. Now that changed here after this period of the first Keltner hit piercing, and now that's why we've got diminished demand and supplies keeps coming in, the cumulative delta here. Then the pace, it's all red. So you see why sometimes the Renko Keltner, it gives so much context, sometimes more than the 120 and 24 hour. This is definitely the chart for the day so far. I've got the Wednesday RTH price structure market profile up. In comparison, you see the inside day so far on the Thursday Globex. And we've got some single prints, so I made a market microstructure zone here. So these single prints look to me like we had a zoom up, and that comes from about a 59, call it round up 60, to about 62.3. So that area could be retested in the RTH, maybe sooner, but I'm just pointing that out right now because that's really the only nearby single print microstructure zone. Way below it here is the overnight pivot. So I don't think there's a huge chance of that being hit again unless the RTH really decide to slam it. More likely would be this point of control, and that's right here from Wednesday. That's more like a 51.25, but even that is a lot of distance. Keep in mind, we've got 19.5 handle range in Globex, which this is a very decent range for a Globex session. However, this is a lower high 4th day in a row. So that's all I've got. I really appreciate your follows for the new followers and the existing ones. You've got my heart and you inspire me to keep making these videos, and I welcome new followers. So thank you so much. Take care and trade them well with risk management. Aloha. Bye.